Today we will discuss about that face, vertex and edge of a 3D shape. You all are aware about cube, cuboid, all 3D shapes. Now how we will come to know what is the face, edge and vertex of these 3D shapes. So we will take the example of cube only. That see, we have this cube, we have these sides. If we go with the sides, this is a 2D shape. If we go with only single side, this is a square and square is a 2D shape. All we are observing this. It means each side of the cube is a flat surface, means a 2D shape. So it means every flat surface of the 3D shape is called the face. So each side of 3D shape is a flat surface that is called a face. We can call it a flat face or simply we can call it as a face. Now we will go with that. What is the edge? See, this is a face, this is a face. These two faces meeting at this line. If we will go with this line, these two faces meeting this line. If we are observing this, these two faces are meeting at this line. This line is made up of means joining of these two faces. So in this way, we are observing these lines are the joining of any two faces of the cube. So this line segment is called the edge. So what is edge? Where two faces meet at a line segment is called the edge. Now we will discuss about that. What is vertex? Vertex, where the edges, we have this example, these are the corners where the edges are meeting is called the vertex. See, where three edges are meeting. But when we will come to the rest examples, there we will observe, means like in pyramids, we will observe if we are having more than three edges and if they are meeting at a point, that is also called a vertex. So what is the definition? So what is a vertex? Vertex means where the edges are meeting. That point is called the vertex. So what is the vertex? Three or more edges meeting at a point is called the vertex. So we have a talk about the face, edge and vertex of the 3D shape. Students, today we are here with some 3D shapes. As you all are aware about cube, cuboid, cylinder, some of the 3D shapes you are aware, but mostly we are not aware about rest 3D shapes. Students, we will go with rest 3D shapes and these shapes are called prism and pyramid. First we will go with prism. That what is prism? Prism is a 3D shape in which all side faces are always parallelogram and top and base are always identical polygons. First we will go with the concept that what is face. As we have already discussed that these faces, these flat surfaces are called the face. These are called the edges. Where the faces meet is called the edges. And where the edges meet is called the vertex. So what are the prism? Prism are the 3D shapes where side faces are the parallelogram. If we are observing this shape, you can see what is, these are called the side faces. This is called your top face. This is called your base face. So if we are observing these side face, each side face, if we observe, what is the shape? Rectangle. And we know every rectangle is parallelogram. Observe this. Top is a triangle. Base is a triangle. Identical means top and base are same polygon. Means if this is triangle, then this is also triangle. If we are going with the next type, see what is the top? Pentagon. What is also pentagon? It means top and base are same polygon. And this polygon type is pentagon. And we are observing here also in this shape. Each face is a rectangle. Each face is rectangle. And every rectangle is parallelogram. So students, what are the prism? Prism are the 3D shape whose side faces are always parallelogram and top and base are always identical polygon. So whatever we have observed, these shapes, if we go with this shape, then all these are the prisms. Now we will come to know what are the types of prism. As we have observed that side faces are always parallelogram, top and base are identical polygon. It means side faces always remain parallelogram. So it means its types depends on its top and base. So first we will go with the triangular prism. We will go with the triangular prism. Triangular prism. See, according to the definition, side faces always remain parallelogram. As we are observing, side faces are rectangle and every rectangle is parallelogram. So every side face is a parallelogram. Top is a triangle. Base is also a triangle. Top and base are identical triangles. So this is called a triangular prism. If we will go with this, side faces are parallelograms. Top is a pentagon. Base is a pentagon. So it is called pentagonal prism. So it means its type depends on top and base. Whatever the type of top and base would be is called that prism. Like we have this. How many sides? See, we are observing side faces are rectangles, means parallelograms. And we are observing how many sides of the polygon? At the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It means octagon. Base is also octagon. And both are identical. So what is this called? Octagonal prism. So these are called the types of prism. Triangular prism, top and base are identical triangle. Square prism, top and base are identical square. Here you have to write prism because if we are writing here prism, this condition already included that side faces are always parallelogram. Students, now we will come to know that we all knows that this is cube. So what type of the prism this is? This is called square prism. How? Top is a square, base is a square. If we will go with the side faces, we are observing these are squares. Every square is parallelogram. So it means every cube is a square prism. Also we can say that every cube is a cuboid. So what is cuboid? We know this is cuboid. Duster is also a cuboid. See, if we are observing top and base, side faces also, see, side faces are rectangle. This is a rectangle. This is a rectangle. This is a rectangle. Means side faces are parallelogram. Top is a rectangle. Base is a rectangle. So it is called rectangular prism. So it means every cuboid is a rectangular prism. Also students, we can say that every square, every cube is a cuboid. Because for cuboid, we required that top and base are the rectangle. Here it's a square and we know every square is a rectangle. And side faces are parallelogram. It means every cube is a square prism as well as cuboid. Now we will count how many total faces, total vertices and total edges of some prism. So first we will go with the triangular prism. This is the example of triangular prism. As we know, triangular prism, top and base are the identical triangles. Side faces are always parallelogram. So how many total faces it has? Observing 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Remember one thing, whatever the shape, if it is a triangular, and we know that triangle has three sides, then it will have three faces as a side faces. So total faces of the triangular prism are 5. Cube. This is cube. Top is a square, and square has 4 sides. It means how many side faces should be there? 4. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 side faces plus top plus base. So how many faces it has? 6. Same with cuboid, because top is a rectangle and each rectangle also have 4 sides as a top. So cube and cuboid has same number of faces, vertices and edges. Now pentagon. So we should come to know how many sides does a pentagon have? 5. It means how many faces should add at side as a side faces? 5. So 5 as a side faces, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This already counted. So 5 as a side faces, 1 is top, 1 is base. So how many faces it has? 7. Will you tell for the hexagonal prism? Without going with the example. It's a live example of hexagonal prism. Top is a hexagon, base is a hexagon. Without counting, we should know that how many faces it should have. Top is a hexagon. It means side faces should be 6, 7 and 8. So how many it should have? It should be 8. And for octagonal prism, top and base is a octagon. So 8 side faces, 1 top and 1 base. So how many total faces would be? 10. Now we will come to vertices. We will go with triangular prism. These are called the vertices. How many vertices? 1, 2, 3. 3 at top, 3 at base. It means because we are not having any vertex as a side faces, we have faces here. We have the vertex either at top or at the base. So vertex, how many vertices it have? 3 at the top and 3 at the base. So it means 6 vertices. So for cube, how many it should have? See, at top 4, at base also 4. So 8. So we are observing that what is the shape of the top and base, that number of means twice of that. So it means it is a square. Square have 4. So twice of this would be 8. So how many vertices it is? Having 8. Now for pentagonal, 5 vertices at the top, 5 vertices at the top and 5 vertices at the base. So how many it should have? 10. And cube and cuboid have the same. So it has also 8. So hexagonal prism, hexagon 6 vertices at the top and 6 at the base. So how many it would be? 12. And octagonal prism, how many vertices it should have? 16. Now we will come to know about, we will come for the edges. What are the edges? We will come to know this. See, these are called the edges where the faces are meeting. It's very easy. At the top we have triangle. So 3 sides, 3 edges at the top, 3 edges at that base and 3 edges at side. So it means whatever the type of the polygon we have, thrice of that we should have as a edges. So 3, 3 and 3. So it means how many it has? 9. So will you tell for this? Cube, square, means top is a square and square have 4 sides. So 4 at top, 4 at base and 4 at side. So it means how many edges it should have? 12. Cube also same. Now we will come with for the pentagon. 5 edges pentagon means 5 edges at the top, 5 edges at the side and 5 edges at the base. So it means edges are these. So how many of this? Means 15. Without looking to that prism, hexagon, 6 edges at top, 6 edges at top, 6 edges at base and 6 as a side. So what it would be? 18. And what for the octagonal? 24. So in this way we have seen the faces, vertices and edges. What we were observing for faces, whatever the type of top, if it is a triangle, then add 2. See, it's a triangle. Triangle has how many sides? 3. Cube, it's a square prism. Add the square means 4 sides. Square 4 side. Pentagon 5 side. Hexagon 6 side. Octagon 8 side. When we are counting for these faces, you will add 2 to it. Observe it. We will add 2. We are adding 2. We are adding 2. We are adding 2. We are adding 2. But when we are talking about vertices, multiply with 2. Twice of it. 3 2s are 6. 4 2s are 8. 5 2s are 10. 6 2s are 12. 8 2s are 16. We are observing it. And for edges, thrice of it. See, 3 into 3, 4 into 3, 5 into 3, 6 into 3, 8 into 3. So if I talk about how many vertices for the septagonal? Septagonal means 7-sided polygon at the top. And how many vertices? We will multiply it with 2. So how many it would be? 14. So in this way we will find out faces, vertices and edges of any